Hey guys, so it is day 4 or 5 since I've been sick. I believe with coronavirus because my throat is just a hot mess. You guys, COVID almost took me out. This is my story. So I'm somebody who is relatively a very healthy person. I never really get sick. In fact, the last time I got seriously ill from the flu was literally about 10 years ago when I had to go to the emergency room because my fever was so high. When COVID first hit 2 years ago, like everyone, I was worried, of course, but I work from home. And it was easy for me to isolate myself and to quarantine myself because I'm not usually around a whole lot of people. So the transition for me in 2020 was relatively an easy one because again, I was already working from home. I was able to isolate myself and I wasn't, exposing myself to anyone who potentially had the virus. So 2020, I was good. I never got sick. 2021, I never got sick. I was good. Then 2022 decided to throw a monkey wrench. Last week, I had posted that I was going to be heading over to my mom's house because my mom had just gotten the Shark diffuser for Christmas and I wanted to do a video comparing the Shark diffuser versus the Dyson diffuser, which I already own. And I wanted to do a, compare and contrast, which I actually did film and it's gonna be going up pretty soon, so be on the lookout for that. But when I went to my mom's house, I ended up staying for a couple of hours. I ate dinner over there. I was talking to my sister, my mom, my dad, and I ended up leaving. I filmed a video on Saturday and then I went back on Sunday to return the Shark diffuser. Then I went back home. And I want to say around 7 or 8 o'clock at night, I started to notice that my throat was starting to really bother me. I kept getting a scratchiness in my throat and it wasn't normal. Now I remember one of my friends who literally just got over COVID telling me that one of the first symptoms of this particular variant, the Omicron, is you get a scratchy throat. It starts there. So I was already kind of weary and a little bit nervous, but I was still optimistic. I ended up texting my mom and I was like, oh my goodness, I have a, scratchy throat. I'm a little bit worried. And that's when she told me that my dad was actually getting over a cold when I was at the house, which I didn't know at the time. But that it wasn't really serious. It was just a normal cold that he was getting over and everything was pretty much normal. So I thought, oh great, maybe I caught a cold from my dad potentially, I don't know. But again, my guard was a little bit more up because obviously I know that this is COVID season. So I definitely was conscious of what was happening, but I was trying to be optimistic. However, later on that night, I got worse. My throat was getting worse. I started to get a high temperature. My body was aching. I felt really, really drowsy and tired. I just felt completely under the weather in a way that I never felt before, or at least in a long, long time. Fast forward to Monday, which was the following day, and I was sick like a dog. Now, I had to still work, but I was not feeling well at all. My chest was hurting me. I was having trouble breathing. Now, I used to have really, really bad asthma when I was a kid. I used to be in the hospital all the time. But once I became a young adult, I pretty much grew out of my asthma, thank God, and it hasn't bothered me since until I got sick. All of a sudden, I felt my chest was really tight, like I used to feel when I was a kid. I was wheezing. In my mind, I was thinking, it's possibly COVID because I know the symptoms. I've been doing research on it, and I seem to have all of the symptoms that a person with COVID has, specifically with this particular variant. But of course, I was still trying to be optimistic, but my body was like, boy, you sick. Then the following night, which was day 2, it just got worse. It just got worse. My fever shot all the way up. I could not sleep. I literally was waking up every half hour, coughing. It was just, it was a mess. And at that point, my mom had told me that she and my dad had gotten really sick as well and that it was getting worse for them. Now, I decided not to get tested right away because again, I work from home. I'm already self-quarantining and I didn't want to put myself or anybody else in more danger by going out in public and going to a clinic to go get tested, especially if I already know that I'm not going to be around anyone. I'm going to be by myself. So I figured I can pretty much self-medicate. I can fix myself. I can get the medication that I need and just help myself through it. So I was taking flu medication at the time, but the issue with this particular virus is that 1 second you're feeling back to normal, and then an hour later you're sick like a dog all over again. Like, my temperature was all over the place. And so I knew something definitely was wrong. I want to say by Wednesday, my mom contacted me and she told me that she and my dad had gotten tested and they tested positive for COVID-19. Hey guys, so I definitely have COVID because my parents tested positive today, and I was with them on Friday and I got sick on Sunday. I still can't swallow. I haven't drank anything or eaten in 24 hours because my throat, I can't swallow. So at that point, I pretty much knew I most likely had COVID myself because they were the only ones that I exposed myself to, and all of us are sick at the same time. So it has to be COVID. So at that point, I pretty much knew, okay, this is definitely COVID, and I'm gonna just have to try to muscle through this. Bought vitamin C, zinc, vitamin D. I was taking my vitamins, taking my cough medicines, taking my Mucinex, trying to heal, and I was doing pretty okay. But then I don't know what happened. All of a sudden at night, I could not swallow. Like, my throat hurt so bad. I'm talking about, like, I would try to swallow and it felt like I was swallowing shards of glass. Like, that's how it felt. It was so painful. Hey guys. So it is day 4 or 5 since I've been sick. I believe with coronavirus because my throat is just a hot mess. I can't swallow because it hurts too bad to swallow. And I have so much phlegm. It's like crazy. And mind you, I had to work a full 8-hour shift from home while I was sick like this. I was losing my voice. It was just getting worse and worse and worse by the hour. At that point, I figured, okay, you know what? I need some intervention because I'm just in too much pain right now. And the interesting thing too is that I was actually in the middle of filming a video that same week. I was doing the Curlsmith gel battle video between the InStyle Shower Fixer versus the fragrance-free Stronghold gel. And my plan was to film the entire week what my hair was looking like each day, you know, day 2, day 3, day 4, to see which gel worked the best. By day 3 or day 4, I was out of it. That's when COVID really hit me hard and I couldn't finish the video fully. I actually did a little excerpt. Hey guys, today is day, I think 4. Unfortunately, I had to put a stop to the video. I wasn't able to refresh my hair, as you can see. And the reason is because I ended up catching COVID. I got it 2 days ago. And I've been sick like a dog. At that point, everything stopped. I wasn't able to work. I wasn't able to do anything. I was just in so much pain. So this is about, I want to say day 4, day 5, I decided, okay, I'm going to the ER because I literally I can't deal. I can't drink. I can't eat. At that point, I hadn't eaten or drinking in 24 hours straight because it was just too painful. Every time I would try to drink water, the pain was unbearable. I literally would cry every time I would swallow because it was that painful. So I go to the ER. I'm sick like a dog. I get to the front desk. Actually, I get to the front door and there's 3 men sitting there who are masked up, who are checking people in. And they stop me and they say, hey, are you a visitor or are you coming in for yourself? So I said, I'm coming in for myself. And they asked me, is it COVID related or are you just, is it something else? And I said, I think it's COVID related. I'm not sure, but I think I may have COVID. Immediately, they were like, stop right there. Put this K95 mask on. Now, I already had my normal mask on, but they told me to take that mask off and to put the K95 mask on outside. And then when I came inside, they were gonna give me another mask to put over the K95 mask, and then I can go into the ER. Like, that's how serious they were. So I did that. I go into the front doors. I go to the front desk and I let the guy know, hey, I think I may have COVID. I need to see someone. I can't swallow. I need help. So he says, okay, I'm gonna check you in. They do all the checking stuff, and then I just go and I sit down for, I wanna say about 20 or 30 minutes. Then all of a sudden, I hear my name called, which I was super, super happy and relieved about. So I go into the back office where the nurse is at. She takes my temperature, she takes my blood pressure, And then she starts asking me questions like, why am I here? What are my symptoms? And at this point, I literally could not talk. Like, my voice was so raspy. It was so bad that even the nurse herself was like, wow, no offense, but you sound horrible. I was like, yeah, thanks, I know. So they ended up giving me a strep throat test, and they also gave me a COVID test where they swab your nose. And then after that was done, I went back outside and I waited for another maybe 25 minutes. And then I was called in to go to the back to see the actual doctor. She talks to me about my test result. She says that the strep throat is negative, but the COVID test, they don't know yet. It's still under review. So she told me that they were gonna give me a shot that was gonna help with the inflammation. It hurt like hell, but it did the trick. It literally did the trick. So I ended up getting the shot. Okay, just got out of the ER. Got all my paperwork here. Negative for strep throat, thank God. I just have crazy inflammation because of COVID, which affected my throat. So they gave me a shot that hurt like hell, but that's supposed to help me with the inflammation and I'll be able to swallow again. So that's what I'm hoping and praying for. $668 for a shot. American healthcare. Anyway, hopefully this helps. Praying to God it helps. And then at this point while I was driving, I noticed that I was able to swallow again. Like my throat still hurt, but it started to soothe a little better. It started to feel a little better. And that's when I started getting hopeful. That's when I was like, oh my goodness, okay, I think maybe I'm starting to get better. I don't want to get too crazy, but I think I'm starting to, you know, feel somewhat normal again, at least in my throat. Because my main goal at this point was just to swallow again. I had not swallowed in 24 hours. I was in so much pain, and all I wanted was relief. All right, guys, so I wanted to give you a quick update. I can't talk. Quick update. So the shot that they gave me definitely helped. I know it doesn't sound it right now. I sound crazy, but I can swallow again. I don't have any more inflammation. I had really, really bad inflammation where I literally could not swallow. This shot completely got rid of it within 40 minutes. So I'm very thankful. And now I'm just gonna try to heal the rest of the way. I can't talk, but I'm getting better. The following day, I ended up taking the day off. It was Friday. My boss gave me the day off. He told me just rest your voice because you can't talk. So just rest up and we'll see you Monday. So I was like, all right, perfect. So Friday, I definitely was trying to rest myself. Then I get a call from the ER and it is a doctor. And the doctor tells me, Mr. Vega, I'm sorry to tell you, but you have tested positive for COVID-19. At this point, I pretty much already knew that I had COVID because I had all the symptoms. My parents were already sick. My throat was on fire, which is definitely a side effect of this particular variant. So I knew that it was most likely COVID-19. But it was nice to get that confirmation because had I not been sick with COVID, I would have been like, what the hell's wrong with me? This is not normal. Hey guys, so today is January 14th and I got my results from the doctors and officially I have COVID-19, which of course I already knew. And so I'm just on my meds. I'm taking my daily zinc. I'm also taking vitamin D3, drinking a lot of water. And I bought some really great tea that I've been drinking to help with my sore throat. And so yeah, my throat feels a lot better than it did yesterday, that's for sure. Swallowing is still kind of, you know, a little painful, but it's 10 times better than it was yesterday. Yesterday, I literally could not swallow at all. Now, I did order the COVID test that are going to be coming in about 2 weeks. So when that comes, I'm definitely going to test myself again just to make sure that I am COVID free. But as of today, I definitely feel a whole lot better than I did last week. But it was so rough, you guys. So why am I sharing this video? Is it being shared to do a woe is me video? No. The reason why I'm sharing this video is because I wanted to share with you guys that it does get better. However, It gets worse before it gets better. So please try to protect yourselves. Thank God I was vaccinated, because if I wasn't vaccinated and I got sick, I don't know how bad it would have been for myself. In fact, one of my close friends from childhood, his mom got COVID the same time I got COVID, and she wasn't vaccinated, and she's been on a ventilator now for 2 weeks straight. Thankfully, she's doing better, but she had to be on a feeding tube, and it was just really, really bad. And so, moral of the story is, please protect yourself at all costs, because this virus is real. It's not a hoax, it's not fake, it's real. And the only way we're going to beat this is if we protect ourselves so we can protect our neighbors and those around us. Let's be responsible. But I am happy to say that I am back to normal again. Again, I don't know if I still have COVID in me. I am still self-quarantining. I've been doing Instacart, which I freaking love so much. I do all my shopping online now. I did order myself some K95 masks, which is gonna be coming into the mail pretty soon. And I'm gonna just continue to self-quarantine for maybe another week or so until I get my updated test results. And if it shows that I am COVID-free, then I definitely will start to integrate myself back into society. But right now, I'm staying indoors and protecting myself and protecting you. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys have had COVID-19 before, or if you're vaccinated, what your experience has been like. I definitely would love to know and to hear your thoughts. If you enjoyed this content, please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit my notification bell so you know when I post a new video. Also, please follow me on Instagram, where I'm constantly posting my hair updates, my skin updates, and my basic life updates. So let's connect together. Until next time, keep it curly and always keep it healthy. And stay safe. Peace.